What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of the Fight Degenerates. I am Philip, and joining me always, Russ on my left, Ben on my right. How you gentlemen doing?
Pretty good.
Doing great, Phil. Looking forward to these fights this weekend.
Good stuff.
Even though I might be missing the fights because I will be on a flight to New Orleans, but hopefully I can make it and watch them somewhere.
You can always watch it.
I'm gonna try and stream on the plane.
They don't make it too hard for you to find the fights. I'm sure if you want to see them bad enough, you'll find a way to watch them.
Very true.
I believe in you. Don't get me wrong. So good stuff. Well, yeah, we got a couple real exciting fights to talk about. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. First things first, we'll talk about the title fight. We got the rematch: Alex Pereira, Israel Adesanya. Russ, give us the breakdown. How do you see this one going down?
I see it going down a little bit more violently this time. Like the last time, it was kind of slow starting. Izzy landed the big shot at the end of the first round and had him in danger. But I think Pereira is going to land big leg kicks this time. Like he landed a few last time and it messed him up. Just landing a few. I don't even know if it was like maybe 5. I think he's going to land them early and often and just F his leg up. And once he's hobbled and doesn't have like his mobility as well, I think he's going to KO him. I think it's going to be an earlier stoppage. I say Pereira KOs him in the third.
Wow.
I think he knows. I think he's seen how much those leg kicks affected him last time and is going to utilize them even more this time.
Okay. I like that pick. I'm with you. I think Pereira gets the knockout. I think he gets it a little later, though. I'm going to say the 4th. I think he's going to use the same game plan as last time. He's going to pressure him, keep connecting with the chin until Izzy can't stand it anymore. And that's what's happened. That's what happened last time. He's 3-0 against Izzy. So Izzy's key to victory, I think he needs to wear Pereira out. Huh?
So you got cards. I love it.
Yeah, he needs to wear Pereira out early because I think Izzy has the better gas tank. So he needs to grind on him. I think Izzy needs to implement some wrestling if he wants to win this fight.
I just think that's a big ask because he's nearly the same height, but like their just build is different. Pereira's
a big boy.
Mm-hmm. Like I've never seen a middleweight like him.
But Izzy is a crafty,
size.
smart fighter, and I think he can wrestle Pereira if he truly tries and wants to. And I think that's his best path to victory. He needs to wrestle him until he's gassed out, and in the 4th and 5th, take advantage of that, and just piece him up and take the decision. I think that's how Izzy wins, but I don't think he's going to execute that game plan. I'm going to take Pereira by finish, round 4. What do you think, Phil?
Man, I like you guys' analysis. I think those are some really good picks. I was kind of going the different way, and I am probably going to shock you guys. I have been critical of Adesanya throughout his career, but I think he is going to steal this one. I think the key to his victory, and I think you touched on it, Ben, and I hope he can get there, as I think back to Izzy. If he can mentally get past the fact that he's lost Pereira and he just picks up the pace early, I think he can do a lot of damage. But I think he has to be that Adesanya. He can't be like the careful, I'm going to hang back, win a decision.
Point fighting.
That's not going to cut it against Pereira. And he's got to know this is his last chance against him. Like if he loses this fight, a good chance he'll never see that middleweight title shot again. So I think he's going to come out. He's going to, with a higher sense of urgency. And I think I'm going to get crazy, and I'm going to take Adesanya 2nd round stoppage.
Wow. Bold.
Yeah, it is big.
So you think the Izzy that fought Costa is going to show up?
You didn't even need to bring that fight up because I bet large on Costa, and I still want to talk about that. But
I'm just saying, yes, he looked great in that fight, and aggressive, and yes.
Yes, I think that Adesanya that just he can beat him with volume. He can go out there and just, hey, he's still fairly inexperienced in the cage. Like, I think that's something that Adesanya can do, and I think if he mixes it up, Pereira can be hit. I mean, he's been hit by other fighters, and I think that if we see Adesanya with the right game plan, it's easy to forget how good that guy is.
He almost knocked out Pereira in the first fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With 10 seconds left at the end of, what was it, round 1 or 2?
Round one.
Round 1. He could have finished that fight, but the bell, it was the end of the round. So
time was not against
him. It's
a
big-time legacy fight for Izzy because he'll never be known as, like, the best middleweight if he can't win this fight. If he loses again, there's a good chance Pereira just vacates that belt and moves up anyway because
100%.
He's too big for middleweight. So, so even if Izzy does get another shot, he's never going to be known as the best middleweight because he could not beat the Terminator that hunted him down.
Right. The ultimate hater.
Yeah.
But honestly, you said it. I think Pereira moves up, win or lose. I think he's
so,
just too big. His frame's too big. He's having trouble cutting weight 2-3 weeks out. He's not having trouble, but he's cutting weight. Arguably, he misses weight this time, but I think he moves up regardless.
Plus, he's gonna seek vengeance for Glover. You know that's happening.
Oh yeah, he's coming for Jamal.
Yeah.
If someone else doesn't first, if Yuri doesn't first, or what have you. But yeah, anyway, let's get to that co-main, huh?
Yeah, good. So that's a really exciting fight. Like, I'm excited to see that one. I think everybody is excited to see it too. We got the return of Jorge Masvidal. Everyone loves him. Fighting Gilbert Burns, which is he's a pretty heavy favorite. Let's throw it over Ben. You give us the expert analysis first, then we'll throw it over to Russ.
Okay, yeah. So George has been out for a little while, huh? I think his key to victory is his boxing. He's got superior boxing to Burns. He needs to keep the distance and keep it, I guess, clean. Just whereas Burns needs to close the distance, make it a dirty fight, wrestle him, grind on him. That's how Burns wins. And I think Burns will implement his game plan and impose his will on George. And I think he'll wrestle him to I will say it goes to a decision. Gilbert Burns' decision. What do you think, Russ?
I mean, I agree that it has to stay on the feet and be a boxing fight for Masvidal to have a chance to win because his boxing is great. It's superior. And I don't know that his takedown defense is good enough to deal with Burns. It certainly wasn't good enough to deal with Covington. But I think in his backyard in Miami, he's going to have a big showing, and I'm picking him to win the fight. I think he's going to get done. It's partially because I love Masvidal. I like Burns, too. He's good, but I just think this is like his last big shot,
Right.
He's already on a 3-fight losing streak, and it's in his backyard. There's, going to be high expectations, and I think he's going to deliver. I think he's going to shock us with something wild, like either a nasty combo or something explosive that lands on Gilbert and takes him out.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah, it would be cool to see, like I said, and he's always got that in his, he's shown he's knocked out a lot of guys people didn't think he was going to knock out. I just think he's really struggled against guys, big, strong guys, that those have really get in trouble. And Gilbert Burns is really good, and he's a super good athlete. And I think to Ben's point, like, if he wants this entire fight to take place on the ground, it will. I don't know if he necessarily wants that or not, but I just think that Gilbert Burns has just too many tools. I think he's too much of an athlete, especially for like a late in his career Jorge Masvidal. I just don't think he can get it done. I'm going to take Gilbert. Probably also by decision. I think he's just going to grind him out and, unfortunately, not the way that we want to see Masvidal wrap it up, but I really don't want that. I just don't see it going his way. So it would be exciting, but I cannot pick that.
Honestly, let's not forget Burns' fight with Chimaev. He looked great in that fight. Yeah. He almost won that fight, and Chimaev's a beast. We all know this.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The thing is, Burns has shown like a, propensity to like stand up and like fight with dudes. Like he did it with Usman and he did it with Chimaev. I don't know if it's just because they're great wrestlers too, but like he seemed to have no problem like standing and swinging with those dudes.
Trading.
Like it didn't work out for him against Usman because that jab was just unreal. But maybe he'll do that against Masvidal. Maybe he'll want to give the fans a show.
I don't think that's smart.
I know. You very well might be right. I think you want to see that more than like you think you're going to see that. But guys do that sometimes. They get in that, they want to be fan favorites. And so we may see that. I think that there is a small chance. But I think even if he does, if he'll get clipped once or twice, and he'll be like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, Russ, tell the people how they can make some money on this card. I know you got some picks for us.
Yeah, I'll give you the best bets for last pay-per-view that did not go well. I had Usman by decision. He lost to Leon Edwards. That fight was very surprising. I did not think Leon was going to control it the way he did. And then lost the parlay with Jack Shore and Fiziev. Jack Shore won. Fiziev did not. Gaethje was amazing, as he always is, but I thought it was just a great fight. Fiziev could beat most dudes, but he can't beat Gaethje, I guess. Like, Gaethje's just too darn good. So this time, we're going with some dogs, trying to make some money, taking Masvidal plus 390. I think him at like a 4-1 dog is insane. He should be a 2-1 dog in this fight. He's too good and too crafty. He's lost to great dudes. His last 3 fights that he lost were Covington and Usman twice. Like, that's,
to Two of the best.
Killers. And then I'm taking the under 4.5 rounds in Pereira Adesanya. I think that's going to be a stoppage. Like I said, in the third round, I think Pereira is going to win it. But either way, I think they're stopping each other this time. I think it's going to be a violent fight. I don't think anybody's going to play this one safe. And I'm taking Pereira plus 115 as a dog against Izzy. So we got 2 dogs and the under 4.5 rounds in the main event.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So crazy that he's the dog in a fight that he's 3-0 against the guy.
Just shows the absolute respect for Adesanya.
Right.
You know.
He's such a brilliant striker.
Yeah, and he
looked great.
Was winning that fight. He was winning rounds. You know?
I mean, he was winning the fight.
Even though the entire fight, you knew he was in danger because every strike Pereira throws is terrifying, and can stop the fight, and he showed it in the fifth. But he was winning. He was winning the rounds.
Right. He was winning the fight.
Yep.
Right. But yeah, nice bets. Okay. Oh, good luck to you. I mean,
That's what we're going with, trying to make some money.
That's the way to do it. That's how we do it around here.
Yep.
We're not here to take the easy road. We're here to make the people some money.
Yep.
Hence the name of the show. So that's
and sometimes we bet with our heart. You know, I like Masvidal a lot. Like, I'm always going to bet on Masvidal. I'm always going to bet on a Diaz if they fight.
Yeah.
It's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, we all do it for certain fighters. If on the show, if Fedor was getting a title shot, I'd put money on it.
Right.
Like, that's just how it is. Like, any fight, anytime, anywhere, I'll take him.
I don't think I picked a fight right since like 07. That's because I pick with my heart. I swear to you. Every single time.
We all do it sometimes.
But,
You've done well on your Poirier picks every time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even though, we'll keep it at that. I did pick Chandler, but I do pick Poirier most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that, but whatever.
Good stuff. Well, I think that about wraps it up, boys. Anything else you wanted to get into?
We are going to start upping the ante with the bets and whatnot because we are the fight degenerates. Mm-hmm. We're degenerate gamblers, some of us, and we are just degenerates in general. So we're going to up the ante with the betting. And
we'll come up with some fun stuff. You know, we'll have some good things coming in the future. We'll come up with some good, exciting ways to make some money and make fools of ourselves. And you guys can watch us empty our bank accounts live on the internet. So that's what we're best at. That's what we've been doing our whole lives. So we're gonna keep at it. So we appreciate everyone tuning in. Leave us a comment, and we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the fights.
Later.